Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is episode 131 of Keeping It Real. I'm your host, jackkadis. Welcome. Did I already say welcome? Doesn't matter. Well, I just woke up. It's noon, but hey, better late than never, right? What's important, I think, is that I'm getting right to the action, right to keeping it real. I have lunch with a buddy before work, and then I have work, and it's so funny when you sleep in. It's like you're always tired. Sleeping in is interesting because I woke up at 8, right? I woke up to my alarm. I went to bed around 2, so that's 6 hours. That should be enough. I should get up. But, when you go back to bed, all of a sudden you wake up and it's 10, then 11, then 12. And that's 10 hours, and I'm not sure, because all the time you hear about sleep and how important sleep is, but I don't think that, it doesn't feel like, so that's what I'll tell myself, right? Oh, I'm sleeping, it's cool because I'm sleeping. But is it though? I have no idea. But now, I'm here. This is Keeping It Real. I heard, a month ago, a week ago, that, so how women, they go through the menstrual cycle on a month-to-month basis, I heard that a man goes through that every single day. And hold your horses, all right? I know you're about to be like, but honestly, I think that makes sense. You know what I mean? And I think the most successful men and the most successful women are the ones that kind of have their cycle down to science, right? I think the guys that are the best are the guys that wake up at the same time, go to bed at the same time, and do the same things at the same times every single day. That's what I think. That is what I think. I wonder how much of my day is actually pretty averaged out. I feel like I'm all over the place and I never do the same things at the same times, but I feel like if I actually measured it, if I actually went to town and said, okay, I do this, 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 and this, I wonder what actually would come up is okay, this you actually do pretty, around 2 p.m. every single day, I wonder. Yesterday I didn't have work. It was great that I didn't have work. Loved that for myself. Friday I also don't have work, so that will also be great. I will love that for myself. Before I started this episode, I rolled my back out. That's great. I love that for myself. In case you were wondering, between yesterday's episode and this episode, I still definitely think I should go to New York City. That's great. I love that for myself. My brother just sent me pictures of his new room and his new apartment in New York City, and that's great. I love that for him. Saw Sinners yesterday in theaters. I have to say, kind of weird, right? I think maybe my attention span wasn't all there. I didn't really kind of, how do you say it? I didn't lock in. I feel like, I did, but it was just a strange movie. It was about music and vampires, and then also racism. And vampires and racism in the same movie is kind of what are we doing here, I guess vampires have to be, invited into a house to come in. Never knew that. But it was a movie, and I saw it. And also, I biked to the theater, which is it didn't feel like too long of a bike ride because it was 10 minutes. I made a halfway stop at my job to eat dinner. So it's 10 minutes there and then 10 minutes from there to the theater. And then when I got out of the movies, my movie was at 9:30, so I got out and it was midnight. I didn't know that Sinners was such a long movie. And I get on my bike and I'm like, holy shit, it's like midnight. What was I thinking biking here? Because then it was like 25 minutes home. 25 minutes home. And I'm thinking, dang. This sucks. Also, yesterday, I was very conscious about eating and what I ate and when I ate. So I woke up early yesterday. And I had breakfast with my dad. And then after that, like I should definitely be eating something right now for breakfast. Because I woke up and it's noon. I should start eating right now. But anyway, I woke up, ate breakfast, didn't eat lunch, did all my Keeping It Real stuff before my movie. And then on the way to my movie, I stopped at Jersey Mike's and ate Jersey Mike's. And I also got sent home also from Jersey Mike's a DoorDash order that I got made twice. So then I get home from the movie and this DoorDash order is kind of looking me in the face. And I'm like, it's too late to eat. But then I'm like, well, I missed lunch, you know? So then I ate one sandwich. And I should definitely eat right now. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get up and see if I can find like literally anything in the kitchen and bring it right back out here. Hold on. This should take me like no more than 10 seconds. Okay, so I got. Hold on, let me check. So sorry, I just want to make sure the framing's right, you know. Still pretty early in the episode. Okay, so I got a piece of Ind bread, and it's like butter bread, white bread, super like sugary, you know. And just one slice because it doesn't necessarily matter right now what I eat or how much I eat. It is just like I have to have breakfast. So I'll take my first bite of this. And like I take that bite with the total expectation that like I will within the next 4 hours have another meal. And then another 4 hours from now, my last meal. And once I have, you know, my last meal, I can start going to bed. But this is very good. It tastes very good. I don't know if I've ever eaten on Keeping It Real. This might be a first. I cried in yesterday's episode. That was the second time I ever cried. The past 2 days I've been like watching a little bit of Casey Neistat, and then all of a sudden, yesterday, I'm on YouTube and he had uploaded 12 minutes ago, and I'm like, what? No way. It's a great video. It's a video about him and his upstairs neighbor who always go and get lunch together. They wired a phone, like an old school phone. They wired from one of their places to the other. So, you know, I thought that was super cool. Oh. There goes breakfast down the hatch. Did I tell somebody I'd meet them at 1 p.m.? 2. Okay. Okay. So I should have time. Dang, I used to have a fat beard. Um... So, now it's just, me and you. Not too sure what to say here. ... Uh... Um... Um... You know, as you know, this is Keeping It Real. I'm your host. What you might not know is I do this every day. I think part of me thinks that if I continue to do it so consistently, bro, no way. Dude, I'm live right now. No way. Dude, I'm recording right now. You will 100% get in with any community college experience. You will probably get some good college scholarship. What's the ROI? What does ROI mean? What is... You can look up those statistics. Yo, this is so nuts. This is so nuts. Sam, if you're listening to this one, I'm sorry for the past, 20 minutes. I know they've been really boring. I know they've been really boring. I don't know what to say. 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 You're awesome, bro. I don't know what to say. This is cool. This is cool. What is ROI? Chat? Let's search that up. ROI? Nope, that's India. TOI. Well, just in case you were curious, TOI is abbreviation for Times of India. ROI. Return on investment is a financial metric that measures the profitability of investment comparing the net profit gained by the cost of investment. It's typically expressed by a percentage. Okay, so the idea is, you spend a lot of money on college and you end up making a lot of money in your life. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, okay, but it gets tricky, right? Because have you ever wanted something? Whenever you want anything, I'm leaving my phone up because I think he's typing. Whenever you want, also for anyone that has no idea what's happening, this is my very good friend Sam Wofford from. I haven't seen each other in so many years that really makes you feel old. Anyway, he, like my brother, and a couple other people that I know. Well, it's really just them two. They are currently living in New York City. Now that is very swag cash money of them, right? Because as you may know, that is what I want to do. And in life, let's see. And if you want to do anything or business, which is the hands-on experience is genuinely. Sam, I'm sorry I'm reading your text out loud, but I feel like it's relevant. This is so bad. I'm texting you. This is relevant. It's relevant. It's relevant. It's relevant. It's relevant. I own this podcast and I can do whatever I want. Giving you. Okay, well, that's for sure. I'm coming to take a look at the end of July. I just told my friend Sam that. I'm definitely going to do that. Okay, so okay, think. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about, right? When have you ever wanted anything? Let me talk about some of the times in the past that I've wanted something. Sometimes I want relationships. That always turns out horribly. Sometimes I want to feel good. That always turns out fucking horribly. Fast food, weed, whatever it is, bro, getting drunk. Sometimes I want to go to school. That never fucking works out. Sometimes I want to start running every day and get really healthy. Never flies, bro. Here's the thing about it. Dude, here's the thing about it. I feel like sometimes when you want something, or at least like this, when I picture this Manhattan University, I'm not sure how much I explained of actually what's happening. Maybe I've just been oohing and awing and texting. I apologize if that's the case. But what's happening here is I've decided to move to New York City. I have the option to go to school. You I don't know what to say. I want to live in New York City. And no matter how much I tell myself it's going to suck leaving all my friends and being completely alone, and, I still can't wipe this stupid grin off my face. You get what I'm saying? Like, and every time that's the case with something, every time, like, I chase something with, like, this grin, it always comes back in my face. And I'm not letting that be the reason that I give up. Not give up, because it's not hard right now. Right now, it's just like this fun idea that I get to have and talk about on Instagram. Like, it's not, like, there's nothing that I would make me give up right now. But it's like, I kind of need to start making it something that would make me want to give up. So, I'm worried because all this cool stuff starts to come my way about this one college that, like, and I think about it and I'm like, well, shit. And, like, I go there and, like, I imagine it to be like this warm, fuzzy hug, right? And that's not really what New York City is supposed to be. And I kind of just, I'm kind of just a little, I don't know. I'm kind of just a little bit. This is ridiculous, this talk, because this is kind of like worrying about the bridge before you crossed it. What am I even saying? It has no merit, no backup. What am I talking about when I want something? Like what? Like what? Like who's to say anything, man? I think this is a great idea. I think I haven't even seen the school yet. I'm just going to go take a look. But it's weird, like, just especially those texts I just got. It's like I've already decided. It's like, yay, I'm going to go. I wonder when the applications for the fall open up. But what Sam doesn't know is even though I do have community college experience, looks horrible. I have like a 2 point something low GPA, and like I failed one class, and I withdrew from so many classes over the course of like 4 semesters. And I still don't think it matters. I still think I can get into Mint. I still think they would take me in, ROI, return on investment. Who cares right now? Right now I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, Keeping It Real with, let's talk about this. Well, there's not much to say, but back behind this front door, my roommates, Sam, his girlfriend Ella, my other roommate Jose, they're about to leave me alone. How crazy is this? Zach already left. He's got a job at Volvo. He's in Greensboro, High Point now. And he left like his bed, his mattress, his bed frame, and a couple like storage things with like little mini like plastic drawer stuff, and 2 fishing rods. And I talked to Jose and Sam, and they were like, "Yeah, some guys from the Volvo team are gonna come move his stuff for him." What? What? Are you kidding me? Say it ain't so. What kind of perk is that? Zach, I think, is getting paid starting out $80,000 a year, and Sam is going to be making about $90,000 at Wolfspeed full time. Sam doesn't start. I don't know when. I think Zach starts pretty immediately, but Sam doesn't start until. I don't know when he said, like July or something, but he'll be going back to Asheville. I'll be alone. I'm pretty sure Jose's going back to Asheville. I can't imagine that Zach and Jose wouldn't be here and Jose would stay, especially when Jose doesn't have any school to go to. I obviously am staying because I have a job and a life here. But we've talked about it, it's going to be really a punch to the gut with no roommates. I feel like I really lean on them sometimes to just like feel okay. And, that's just how it goes. But this is what we talk about. This is what we talk about when it's like, this is supposed to be hard, right? Well, here comes some hard. Like, I don't have to make it hard. Like, the guys are leaving, and if I really expect this of myself, expect a big move, a big life change in a year, then it all starts this summer when, things get a little bit more difficult, and I'm faced with the choices of like, okay, well, do I just start ordering tons of fast food and, just waking up barely in time with enough time for me to get to work and on my off days, like lounging around doing nothing? Or do I really stick my feet on the ground and say, it's game time, and my actions now reflect my actions tomorrow, reflect my actions a year from now? And will I go to New York City even if, I've fucked around all year? Yes. But will I survive in New York City if I fucked around for a year? Probably not. I mean, honestly, like, I got that motivational mentality, that grind set right now that I think I would. It's kind of like I could do nothing for a year. Just wait out my lease. Just make it to work, get home, that's it. Whatever. And then it would come time for New York, and I would go, and I think I'd still make it. And is that good or bad? I have no idea. So after this episode ends, I have roughly 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes to go on a walk, and on that walk, I need to film a number of things. The 10-minute vlog, the bunch of YouTube shorts, and then the only thing that I'm a little sketched out about is the drone footage for today. I might just take some iPhone video as to, kind of get things moving. But I gotta fly the drone. Also, I'm wondering, I might have not read my book yesterday. So much was going on, I think I probably forgot. And that's okay, I'm gonna read it today. Some of these things that I do every day, and the fact that I do them every day, I think makes people look at me a little bit crazy. Like my dad was saying the other day, like, you don't have to film yourself every day. And I looked at him, I was like, I know. But I say I know to my dad all the time. Do I know? I'm not sure I do. I actually have to do this. I have to do this. If I didn't do it, then who would do it? No one's going to come and film me for me, But this is it. This is game time, showtime. This is money in the bank, cha-ching. This is keeping it real. Keeping it real. And when I got the email back from the person from Manhattan University, the admissions counselor or whatever, whoever's email I found on whatever website, it was like a hella chill email. Like, I think it said sent from iPhone, and it was like, what did it say? I don't even remember. But it was something like, yo, I'm sick right now, but you can try and text or call this person or email this person or whatever. And it was like not the kind of email you'd get from like an NC State admissions person. Like the NC State admissions person is like very official, I feel like. And what's the difference there? Because it's weird. I was biking through NC State, and I bike it through NC State a lot. It's a huge university. Huge. And it has like these facilities that make your jaw drop. I mean, you bike past some of these buildings on Centennial with these huge glass walls, and behind which are these giant like pipes and tanks and turbines and like mock factories and systems that like these engineers study with and maintain. And it's all about like resume building. Like if these certain companies know you studied this at NC State, then they can attribute you to a certain set of skills and, feel more comfortable starting you out at a certain number of dollars. And it's like very much this like, it's very much like this thing that I really think is awesome. And I really want to be a part of. Like, I think it's so cool, like how awesome of a university NC State is. But it's also really spread out. It's funny because I was thinking about where I live now versus where I've lived the past 2 years. And I think a lot of people come to this university and they only live like within walking distance of all their classes for the entirety of the 4 years. And that's great. That's great. But I'm not sure that they even realize how far out student housing goes. I mean, I live here now, and I know that I'm only at like the halfway point. Like, if you keep going out as like a circular radius from the center of the university, I'm like, there are people twice as far away that commute every day to this school than where I am. And that's crazy. Because here I am at this building, right? And it's much different. It's much more separate from the building that I lived in the past. The buildings that I lived in the past, it was like all your neighbors were students, and if they weren't students, then like it was kind of weird. Like, what is an adult doing living here? Or not an adult, but like someone that doesn't go to this college living here, And now it's like half and half. Like half of us are students, I think, and half of us are like completely people of the world. Like I'm living amongst human beings that keep our world running. I'm talking about gas station workers. I'm talking about security guards. I'm talking about waiters, waitresses. You know, like these people that live in this building with me are, I don't know, are living like the life that I think that I've like started to settle into, which is just like go to work, come home, try your best to save money. And I think it's weird that I say it like that because that is the life that you would live with a college degree. It would just be like, I guess, more money. And isn't that weird how saying just more money, you're able to just sum that up? Isn't money just like everything, I guess? Kind of weirds you out, icks you out. I'm not a girl, but you know, the girls say they get the ick. The money situation thing gives me the ick. Because why am I going to go, you know? Like, what am I doing? Like, why? Like, money? Who's that? Why do I need it? It's kind of messed up. Because they kind of intertwined. Like, money is a genius system. Because this stuff is all kind of superficial. At the end of the day, we really just want to have sex. And I think it's come to be that, like, to have sex, you must have money, which is a weird, like, little middleman there. Like, oh, they just kind of, like, threw the money man in there. Like, you got to shake his hand before you can have tons of sex. And I know it's not, you could exchange sex. You know, if you want to get, like, more socially correct, I guess, you could be, like, a wife and kids. I don't necessarily want to have sex. But, you know, I do want to have a family. And in yesterday's episode, I was crying about my dad and how awesome he is. And he wouldn't be that awesome. Like, he'd be a completely different person if he didn't pursue money the way that he did. So how can I dismiss money? You know, because it is because of money that I am who I am. It's just scary to look it in the face. Because, like, when you decide to cease the dismissal, what's left? It's like a confrontation. And I don't want to confront money. I don't have anything to say to money. I don't like money. Money, you know, money makes me feel weird in my stomach. Or subconsciously is my whole life really this long game where I'm playing the long con and I'm going to be richer than all of you. I'm going to surpass my dad's wealth and all of my peers. No one was ever going to be able to catch me because I'm going to have so much cash. I'm going to be in a different world. 6 tax brackets above you. No one will be able to catch me. But I haven't even admitted that to myself yet. You know, it's like an iceberg. It goes deeper than this. It goes deeper than you ever could imagine. I'm the money man. And I got money plans. Cha-ching, cha-ching. It's all about the blah-bling, blah-bling. Gonna make the world something on the price tag. It's all about the, yeah, bubbling, bubbling. All about the, yeah, cha-ching, cha-ching. So, yeah, it's weird, right? It's weird because say you want to, I don't know if I should get into this, but it is kind of how I feel, I guess, at the moment. Like, say you're out there and you're dating and, like, you want to, like, you think a girl's pretty and you like her. Like, here are your options, right? Do you have a lot of cash? Are you set financially? Do you lean toward yes or... I know it's not like a line that you cross at any point in time, but are you leaning towards yes or no? If you lean towards no, then you better, like, bite your tongue. Your best bet if you're not set financially, is to say just be quiet, all right? Forget honesty, all right? Only speak when spoken to. Try to be mysterious. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell her she's beautiful and all that, but selectively. Like, because that, I think, is like what you think you might be doing. Like, that is like the impersonation of money. But if you lean towards yes and you have money and you're on a date with a pretty girl, you're more free, I feel, to just completely be yourself and be as honest as you can be, because you got cash, and it's like, and it's not about being like, you could be mysterious with money too. It's like, you can be whatever you want to be, and if you have money, it's cool, because like that, then you're more trustworthy as like a partner, because like, oh, he's this way, but this way got him that good cashola, so I'm attracted to that. Whereas it's like, oh, he's this way, but he's broke, like, I don't want that, And it's a shame. It's a shame because it's stressful to bet on your future when it comes to finding a partner, right? Like, I think there are these different classes of women that comes with these different classes of, financial security. Like, and is this crazy that I'm saying this? Because I feel like what I'm saying right now is very anti-equality, and I apologize to all the women out there. I promise I see you as equal, but there is this I mean, how can I ignore? Is this crazy what I'm saying? Probably yes. It is true. I guess it is true that like, it does matter a little bit that I like where I come from and stuff, and what I want necessarily. And there have been times where I thought this and thought that. I think at the end of the day, I think honestly it's like the state of everything. I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky because what I say is kind of what becomes. So I don't really even know how to finish this kind of thought. But call me out, bro. If you think I sound disgusting, right? If you not disgusting, but if you think I'm just downright wrong, I mean, even disgusting. Let me know, of course. Like, I want to hear it all. But if you think I'm wrong, please let a brother know. Let a brother know if you think that I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, then I gotta start letting people know that I'm on Spotify. Because the past like 15 episodes I've gotten 0 plays. And I'm kind of like, bruh, like what? Like how could this happen to, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? I'm just taking it easy, I'm just taking it easy. I'm taking it easy. One thing that I'm not doing is talking about any one girl or situation on this show anymore. So, pretty exciting to the viewer. I could have a girlfriend right now and you wouldn't know. I could have a girlfriend right now and you wouldn't know. I don't. I don't, and I'm not seeing anybody. But if I was, I probably wouldn't say. So maybe I am. But I also wouldn't lie about it, so you can take my word for it. I'm not. Because I think I got burned. I think I lost a really great girl, actually, like 2 weeks ago, because I was being too honest. Too honest. Too honest on... And she went on too many dates with me for me to have just been working at Jersey Mike's, not even in school, and I have a fucking podcast. Like, we all know it's like a stereotype, like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, like imagine you're a girl and like your friends are like, okay, what's he like? And you're like, oh, he has a podcast. Like, I get it. And I'm surprised that she went on more than just the first date with me. So go figure, she backed out eventually. Because I was talking about her on the podcast and I was saying things like that were extremely honest and I was being very vulnerable. And like, that is how you love somebody. But if you're not, you got to realize what the reality of the situation is. And if I'm not like, if I can't, like, if I'm really thinking, like, if realistically the only thing that I have to offer her is like who I am, my personality and such, then I can't be going on like being, if I'm not sturdy in the wallet, I got to be sturdy in my character. And an unsturdy character is like, yeah, I get it. That's how you're supposed to like love somebody, be vulnerable and stuff. But I wasn't even saying it to her face, So I wasn't really being that vulnerable. I was kind of hiding away, saying it to the camera. And that is, I learned a lesson. And now you don't get to hear about this stuff anymore because it matters to me. And I get that it's keeping it real. But I don't tell you, like, I mention in passing the happenings with my roommates and such, but I wouldn't tell you like their deepest, darkest secrets. Like, they're my roommates. I mean, they're my best friends, and it's not my place to be saying that kind of stuff on the internet. I do have a sneaking suspicion that once we all move out and we're separate for a certain amount of time, they will land on this podcast. So Zach, Jose, and Sam, I told you so. If it's been a year, 2 years, however much time it's been since we lived together and we used to get Chick-fil-A all the time and Culver's and McDonald's, man. I don't eat that shit anymore, I bet. It's been 2 years. I wonder where I'm at. New York City, what up? And I just want to say to you all three of you, I told you so. I knew that you guys would be listening to this. Because if one of you was making a podcast the entire time that I lived with you, eventually curiosity would definitely kill the cat. And I bet you find it very exciting and fun every single time that your name comes up because it's like, how awesome is that? I mean, if you know what I mean, it's like that's like what's fun about it is like hearing about yourself. It's like little hidden Easter eggs. So, Jose, I think that by now you probably own and ride a motorcycle. I was happy to give you my license plates. Sam, I think that you are probably saving up for a ring by this point. And Zach, I have no idea, man. Zach, you are one of the most mysterious human beings I've ever met. And I think that you'll take that as a compliment because I do believe it is your goal to become mysterious. And you truly are the most mysterious human being I've ever met. Stoic and as well. You never let anything bother you. Your room was like chemical plant level 6 clean at all times. And you never said anything once about the state of the kitchen, the state of the living room. You never mentioned it. Never. It would get so disgusting sometimes. And not a word would come out of your mouth. Whew. What an episode, man. What an episode. I wish I could go and put this clip at the very beginning. I mean, I could actually, but I'm not gonna. What's up, everyone? This is episode 131 of Keeping It Real. I want to just let you know that this episode starts off really boring, but does get good by the end. I wish I could just put that little disclaimer in there. The sky is extremely blue. We're coming into summer. It is going to be a brat girl summer. I am turned the F up. I'm going to be making sandwiches, making videos, doing my dance, doing my thing. And ain't nobody Ain't nobody gonna slow me down. Nobody gonna slow me down. Retrieving. Open. Okay. Money. Get certified to open. Get some work clothes that fit. And drive to work and take care of your stuff. Why can't I bike to work? Save. Rent situation with Zach gone. That's not how you spell Zach. Who picks up his 4th share of rent? He does. I already told you that. Ask for help. Having a hard time figuring out why you aren't/won't. Yeah. I think ask for help. By ask for help, he means go to therapy. Go see Mimi on Sunday and take her to the store. Get box of stuff at Mimi's. Okay, I can get all this. I can get all this done. That is doable. I might send that email today, maybe tomorrow. It's time to go to therapy. Therapy. It's time to go to therapy. I got lots of hair on the knuckles of my toes. You know something I noticed? Women always seem to be ahead of men emotionally. I feel like I'm always catching up, or like in like emotional maturity. Like every time I feel like I've learned a lesson in like an emotionally mature field, I feel like I realized that like women as a gender seem to learn that lesson 5 years ago. At least those of my age group. It took me a while, I think, to learn how to let somebody go. And then I'm like, oh, I finally figured it out. Like, I think, to be continued. I don't know if I did, but it sure feels like I made progress towards it, right? So I'm like, oh, I've made so much progress towards letting somebody go. And then I look back and it's like the girls figured that out in high school. You know what I'm saying? Or like, it's like how to go on a first date. I'm like just now getting the hang of that, I think. Well, that's not a good one to say. How to, it's like how to carry yourself and live your life as a single person. I think I'm finally figuring that out. I think I'm finally figuring that out. Oh, dude, the girls figured that out freshman year of college. Like I don't know. So we're tight. We're tight on time. Right when this ends, I got to go for my walk, film a 10-minute vlog and a bunch of shorts, and fly a drone, evidently. I could do that on Keeping It Real Live. Why not? But I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky, and it's tricky. It is beautiful outside. It's a shame I'm about to spend it all indoors at Jersey Mike's. I'll spend about 30 minutes outside. I just spent an hour outside. And I'll spend 30 more minutes hanging out with my friend outside of a coffee shop. I feel bad I just pushed it back on him, but I woke up late. Eventually, pow, Eventually. So, Instagram is blocked on my desktop. So far, so good. Have yet to use Buffer. Should get on that because I'm currently on like a 14-day free trial. Buffer could solve a lot of my problems. Well, just one of them, really. And that's social media. And only on Keeping It Real will I try to unpack and unravel how it is that I can justify posting absurd amounts of content to social media, yet wanting to intake nothing. You know? Like how do you justify this? How do you justify? Like, are there any people that brew beer that don't drink? Are there any people that grow weed but don't smoke? Definitely. I feel like probably majority of cigarette CEOs don't smoke cigarettes. Right? Because they're bad for you. It's bad for you. But like, so is lots of stuff, you know? And I think it's I actually don't think this is that complicated. I think it's actually pretty easy to justify. Like, I think it's just like, duh. Like, if I'm going to make it, I ain't going to use it. If I'm going to make it, I ain't going to use it. If I'm going to make it, then I ain't going to use it. This episode has less than 10 minutes left. Thinking about all the times that I got some rest. 6 minutes here, a walk in the park there. Everyone wants to know, Jack, why you so square? I don't know. I'm thinking about Manhattan. Oh, I can't stop. Chapel Roan, Naked in Manhattan. Great song. Recommended to me by a good friend. I know. This is not Naked in Manhattan. You wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. And I know that there's a special place where boys and girls can both be queens. Perfect every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, I swear she's calling me. Won't make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She'll say my baby girl. She'll see her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream, God, what have you done? I'm a pink pony girl, and I dance at the club. Oh, mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. Banger if I don't say so myself. What other songs can we sing to get the singing song? Probably a couple, one or two, maybe a lot. $1:15. We are cutting it so super duper close. Is this too much rushing? You know, should I rush this hard? I got this, you know. Forget the Instagram Reels. I got this. I can do those at work like I did that one time.
Just get everything on the SD cards, put the laptops in the book bag, and then get on the bicycle and go on a walk. And I think drone first. This is going to be so super duper. Okay, 3 minutes though. So it'll be 120, and I know I can walk a mile in 20 minutes. Okay, I should make this. This is doable. I don't think I'll be late to lunch with my friend. I'll get everything done. And then we'll be golden. Maybe grab a little tiny bite to eat. I might. No, because I think if I don't do that, then I can get through the entirety of today without spending a single dime. My next bit of food will be right when I get to work, and then I won't eat for the rest of my shift. And then when I come home, I can bake some chicken. I don't know. 3 meals bed. 3 meals bed. That's how you do it. 3 meals bed. 3 meals bed. 3 meals bed. Oh. Oh. All right, this episode's wrapping up. I'm going to grab my drone and just get ready to take it off right when this episode ends. If you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. Give me 1 second. I have to grab it. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to fly this thing on camera because that's how much time I have. None, a.k.a. I have none time. 1 moment. 1 moment, please. Can I have 1 Krabby Patty, please? My goal is to get curving. If you want to see how this shot turned out, you can watch the 10-minute video that was posted today or my Instagram reel. It's going to go like this. And hopefully look pretty cool. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Oh, it has 0 satellite. The RC is good, though. Okay, we're up. All right, let's do this. Man, that shot looks fantastic.
Home point updated.
All right, so that's done. And episode's over. Goodbye. Wait, Jose wants to say hello.
So.
All right.